Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, we're gonna get right into the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? You know where to get it. let's get right into the meat and potatoes, man. So, man, word around the town for the last 48 hours, or these rumors started 48 hours ago, was that the Philadelphia Eagles were, in fact, pondering, thinking about it, conjuring up a plan, perhaps, maybe to land Richard Sherman. And I think I've been saying this all along, that it is the move we should go with that corner for numerous reasons. Now, I've been saying that before I even looked up the numbers, because I know just off a mentorship perspective, what Richard Sherman could bring to the table, I always knew that, that his play on the field would then balance out and elevate the play of other younger guys around him. I mean, this is Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman got a Hall of Fame resume, if you ask me, man. Richard Sherman, was one of them guys for a couple years in a row. And he also maintained that when he went to San Francisco. But let's talk about it for a minute, man. The mentorship. I think Richard Sherman, I've talked about this, can, help a guy like Zach McPherson, can help a lot of them guys, man. You know what I mean? Imagine a seasoned vet who's had a Super Bowl, who's been in multiple Super Bowls. I think he's been in 3 Super Bowls. Imagine a guy like Richard Sherman. You know what I mean? Skipping out on a day out at the club because you got a big game, a big Monday night game perhaps. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not going to go to the club. I'm going to focus. I'm going home. I'm going to take it down. Other young guys follow suit. You know what I mean? Sherman has been wildly respected for his opinions and just the way he goes about handling himself on and off the field. He was one of the guys when the Deshaun Watson thing first happened. He was like, he need to get out of there ASAP. And that's facts. Maybe he need to get out of there ASAP. You know what I mean? I feel like Richard Sherman, just his influence and the things that he's seen around the league and the places that he's been to, is not a lot of players in this game who could say they've been in 3 Super Bowls. I believe he won the first one with Seattle, lost the second one with them thrown on the goal line, and he went with one with Jimmy G. So Richard Sherman helps turn locker rooms around. The turnaround is fast when you got a guy like Richard Sherman in the house. He turning 33. I mean, he is 33 now, but I mean, I don't think that's, that big of a deal, honestly. In 2019, I'm sorry, I'm reading off one of my screens, my notes. In 2019, Sherman was credited by Pro Football Focus with allowing only 227 yards over 517 snaps in coverage. Richard Sherman, now this is my thing. If you're going to be excellent at something as a player, you got to master certain aspects of the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to master it. What is Devontae Adams? Devontae Adams is elite. What is Devontae Adams mastered? He's mastered route running. He's mastered being in sync with his quarterback. He's mastered a lot. You know what I mean? What has Christian McCaffrey mastered that got him to this elite level so fast? He's mastered vision. He's mastered different aspects of the game. He's mastered being a Swiss Army knife and owning it. You got to master something. And Richard Sherman, as I just read, 227 yards over 517 snaps in coverage, has mastered being a cover cornerback. He's mastered being a cover cornerback, a zone quarterback. You know what I mean? He's mastered being a zone quarterback to the point that some people think that he cannot play man-to-man, which is completely false. It's completely false. Now, by him turning 33, the problem what you're seeing is him not being able to play man-to-man. It's him losing a step. And that happens when guys get older. But the smart players, they lose a step and they gain, more instincts. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that if you put him in the right place at the right time, like in a zone scheme, he'll be able to act instinctively instead of just using his physical attributes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody on our team lined up in man. I don't. I get nightmares from it. Bring Richard Sherman, play cover. Let him and Darius Slay get some picks. Let our safeties get some picks for a change. You know what I'm saying? He was that good, man. That's an average of 0.44 yards per cover snap, which was best among 114 qualified cornerbacks in 2019. Now Sherman only played 5 games in 2020, or 5 games this past season, but he still maintained almost the exact same level of production when he was healthy. The 5 games he played looked just like the 2019 when he was held the best guy in coverage, per Pro Football Focus. Sherman gave up 87 yards, over 220 snaps in coverage, and averaged 0.43 yards per coverage snap, second best among qualifying guys. Listen, man. Richard Sherman is one of them ones. the experience where he's been around the National Football League and still him having some elite aspects to his game. You know what I'm saying? I can see Jonathan Gannon wanting to put a general like him on the field so much that he puts him in a situation where he has to use his instincts and not his physical attributes. A prime example of using your instincts instead of your physical attributes would be exactly what you're seeing in the NBA Finals. Chris Paul is about to win a championship, most likely, by using his instincts. You know what I mean? Guys learn the game. Guys learn the game, and guys learn how to put themselves in position to affect the game. And Richard Sherman is a master at that. Now, this is not a knock to Steven Nelson, but what is Steven Nelson a master at the cornerback position right now? A lot of us, it's between those two guys, Richard Sherman and Steven Nelson. What is Steven Nelson a master at? I don't think he's a master at anything. It just looks good because he's younger and he could play a little bit of man, or he could run stride by stride. I saw Travis Fulgham have him looking like he ain't know where he was supposed to be. Period. And I also saw him make good plays. But Richard Sherman is proven in the clutch. Richard Sherman, like I said, got some jewelry. And we could use a guy with that expertise and that knowledge to help bring some of these. Listen, having Richard Sherman is like having another coach on the field. We need that type of stuff with the new, you know what I'm saying, the new guys that took over. With the new brass in the front office, we need that now more than ever, having field generals out there. We need that. What field generals do we have in the secondary? Darius Slay could be a field general right now, but Richard Sherman undoubtedly is a field general. It is what it is. We got some field generals up front on the defensive line and the offensive line, but who are the field generals? Who's the field general on the offensive side of the ball? It will have to go to Kelsey. He's the center. He sees things. He points things out. You need a guy like Richard Sherman in that secondary. I'm telling you. You know what you're getting out of Richard Sherman, but I don't quite understand what we would be gaining from getting somebody younger who hasn't really been anywhere. We've had these Byron Maxwell nightmares. You know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that the Philadelphia Eagles are pondering grabbing Richard Sherman. You know, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. In the grand scheme of things, he provides more, you know, just being a part of the team than he does on the field. He provides more. He's vocal. He's not afraid to own that he is one of the best cornerbacks of the last decade. Not afraid to own it. You know what I'm saying? And that type of play and knowing what it takes to win a championship and being a guy that other guys can lean on, that's infectious. It helps bring these guys up faster. Because listen, Richard Sherman ain't going to get more than a 1-year deal in my opinion. But that 1 year for Zach McPherson to learn behind Richard Sherman and Darius Slay could prove to be just invaluable. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.